And the cable management, aside from the big shit stains spread across your carpet, very nice, very simple, straight to the point. You did a great job. Welcome to Setup Addicts episode number 8. If you've submitted your setup and you're not on this show or have been on a previous episode, then this is your warning. Your setup has been rejected for one of two reasons. One, your photos or setup itself is just not good enough. It may be too simple, it may be too messy, and the photos may just be bad. They may be vertical, we don't accept vertical, or they may just be blurry, low resolution. Whatever the case is, they were rejected. Now, number two, they may not have attached properly to the email. So if you do believe that your photos were outstanding, then contact me. I should probably figure out what the email is. There's contact@setupaddicts.com. But the main one that you should submit to is submit@setupaddicts.com. Email me there. Let's figure something out. We're running dry on submissions because so many were rejected. So please fix them and let's get it situated. So anyways, everything you need to know about is right here down below, live every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, twitch.tv/swashin. And everything else you need to know is down here. So Facebook group, Discord, you name it, it is there. But with that said, let's not waste any time and hop right into the first setup of the day, submitted by Brian, who's 28 from Alaska. Yeah, that's right, Alaska. And actually, a lot of the people here are from so many weird, I feel like this is such an interesting episode. Anyways, he uses a setup for music production, gaming, crypto trading, and stuff like that. Now, before you start judging this one hardcore, which is a very nice setup, it's in a dorm. But this is actually his old setup. He bought a fast pass at the end of Pin My Setup, believe it or not. And we just never coordinated it. And he's like, hey, I'm going to be changing some stuff up, so let's do it then. So here we are. He's changed things up. This is the other side of his room, by the way. So you can see it's like dorm situation, not the best. Well, I don't know why it's so blurry. There we go. Okay. So this is his new place. Now that he's like in a room, like an actual single room, this is what he's working with. And we do have about 4 photos. So we'll take a look at those. For some reason, they're just taking their time to load today. So it's a little bit more of a night view further back, under the desk, and then that's his room. So I think it's safe to say that this here is much nicer than the dorm setup for obvious reasons. And the Nano Leaf definitely helps with that. Just seems like a really cool place. He's got the lap dog thingamajiggy. You know, here's his display. He's a firefighter, by the way. He also does a radio show on SoundCloud. And yeah, it's a super cool, chill setup. The cable management, I guess we'll start with that since we're going backwards. Very interesting because of the desk. You know, the desk is not your standard, someone that has an Alex drawer that stands on the actual floor itself. And so everything kind of looks like it's floating. And I'm sure if you got far back enough and kind of looked down a little, it would look a bit odd seeing all this floating. But the fact is, it's all adhered to the bottom of the desk and it's not on the floor. And that's the goal. So cable management can be seen as long as it's tidy. So, you know, people that have cables all over the floor, that's not good. It's okay to see cables as long as they are managed. So taking a look at the night shot, which gives us a little bit of a further back perspective. It looks like the side panel's off. Maybe not. No, I don't think it is. I kind of can see right here, but interesting spot for the computer. I like the cable management out of it, but I don't know if like, it just seems odd. Now I can understand that with the studio monitors, you have a little bit of a problem because you need to stand to go down and blah, blah, blah. But I think you made it work, all things considered. I don't know if it's actually laying on something, you know, sometimes it's just on carpet. And I personally would say, don't do that, at least get some sort of platform. But other people are like, technically the electro lights will not hit the freaking PSU and blah, blah, blah. So if you don't think it's a problem, then don't do anything. I don't care. But when your setup blows up, it's not my fault. I'm just kidding. So on his desk, what I really like about this setup is, like I said, he does a show online. And so he has a lot of different interesting sort of accessories, if you will. And if you go to the kit, which is actually at setupaddicts.com/EP8, you can see all of the different things like the Roland products and so on. And it's just cool. Like, it's a very tight desk for sure. And yes, it can look a little bit, you know, tight and crowded for some people, but for the most part, I don't think it's super overwhelming. I think he did a good job at getting everything on there without making it like, oh, this is not usable at all. So I really like what he's going for. The chair is very nice. Just all the LEDs and weird little products makes it look important and crazy, and like he's doing something really serious. And I like the monitor setup. This one, I feel like maybe is not like super usable, but obviously he came from a setup before where he thought this was the play, and he doesn't have room off to the left or the right. So overhead is kind of his only option, and failure's not. I gotta stop doing that. But for the most part, this setup is like pretty banging. I don't necessarily know how long he's going to be here, so if he can do much with the walls. But I think doing something around here, like I think the nano leaf could work really well, just like yeah, I don't know if you could see the mouse doing what I'm anyways, and yeah, this thing's not centered to this, so it kind of makes me cry internally, but we're just gonna move on. And then I do think that this shelf is pretty crowded like it was in the other setup. See, it's a little much, but other than that, I think it's a pretty banging setup. And you know, it's awesome. You're from Alaska, you have such a cool situation going on. So guys, definitely go check it out. I love when I combine words. Anyways, next set of the day, submitted by Max, who's 22 from Minnesota. You set it for gaming, video editing, and programming. The whole goal behind the setup was to make a modern rustic English. So basically, he just wanted to do something that looked like super, like, I don't know, modern and rustic, and have that single cable, you know? Just like, wow, where'd all the cables go? Probably under the desk. And then what I think is cool is right here, I know this is from his window, I'm not that stupid, but it looks, with all the colors and stuff, I can't speak. It's literally like I have to take a second. My tongue is like really tripping me up. Anyways, this looks like some Star Wars stuff, right? Doesn't that remind you of the okay, anyways. So this is the only photo I have. I was gonna put more, but the other one was like a vertical photo, and this was an update photo. So I already had him in the queue, but then he updated because he changed his monitor or whatever. So this is all we have. I know it's a little dark, but I can't talk today. I'm literally losing my goddamn mind. I think what's so important about this setup that makes it stand out and work is the dark wall color with this dark wood color, and then the trim at the bottom, and all the dark, like everything is black, like literally black, and it just looks so clean. And I checked out, he posted his website and stuff, and it almost matches his person. I think he's like a developer, a designer or something like that, and it just matches him. Like his website kind of matches this. It's really interesting. And the fact that it all comes out to this one cable is very nice. And the fact that the lamps actually go under the carpet is an even better touch, because it just kind of evaporates and disappears, and it's very nice. So I think in terms of cleanliness and usability and things like that, you knocked it out of the park. And I could almost argue that your theme is on point as well. You know, he's got just everything about it, like the attention to detail is very nice. But at the same time, if we are kind of putting everything on an even platform, it does lack a little bit for me. I think that just utilization of this space up here, or even just a little pop of something, not necessarily color. I don't think color would work too well in this setup, but I just feel like, yeah, there's more to do here. This isn't the end. But man, if you're willing to cut down to just a single monitor, your setup is that much easier to do, I feel, because the simplicity, especially with an ultra wide, the ultra wide fills the desk without making it seem underwhelming. Great job. I'm going to stop going on and on about it, but great job. Next set of the day is submitted by Safifi, something like that. 13 years old from Texas, who set up for gaming, homework, drawing, digital design, and streaming. His room always looks like this. He can't stand anything. See what I'm talking about? I can't talk today. I apologize. He can't stand anything unorganized or messy. Wow. For 13, I have to. Great job. That's very, very awesome that you're like into cleanliness at 13, because most 13-year-olds are not. And then here's a little bit of a further back view. He's kind of got like a futon thing right up against him, and you can see he's into comics and DC, I guess, Marvel. Very, very cool little stuff going on here. I don't know necessarily about this. I feel like maybe, I don't know, move that elsewhere because it's just kind of weird, but I can understand these two things are like for your corner, whereas this seems like it should be like over here, but nitpicking, of course. This setup is a little bit different as well, because it's not your typical, oh, here's my PC with my blah blah. Like, no, he's got his PS4 right here. He's got his microphone, his screen, and that's really about it. He's got like a tablet here and, you know, his lunch money, but very simple, very straight to the point. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people think that you have to have a PC to be on this show. That's not the case. I think for 13, this is like next level. Just sitting here, you know, killing some noobs in Fortnite. That's what it is, man. That's what it's all about. Someone said it's a swear jar. Yeah, he's 13. He's like, you oh, damn, I gotta put $1 up in this, god damn it. Ah, man. He keeps like, every time he does it, he okay. So anyways, I think it's nice. I'm usually not like a huge fan of this, but I guess if you want that quick grab and go, it works. The only thing I can say, depending on what you're using, it could actually it could mess up your headband right here, the cushion. You kind of see like how it pinches in here. So just something to think about. You really don't have too much space on your desk necessarily to have like a headphone stand. I think though, however this is, you should get like a desk organizer so they can stand up and take up less space. But there's not a lot going on. There were drawers, as we can see. I don't know what you did with them, but I think that also could have helped. Very simple though, not a lot to it, but it works. And for 13, great stuff. Next setup of the day, submitted by Jeremy, who's 15. He's from Germany. Jeremy from Germany? Are you kidding me? This could not be funnier, man. You set up for gaming, photo editing, and schoolwork. And here we go. This is another simple, like, yes, let me get a plant bigger than my monitor. Oh yeah, baby. Very IKEA. We're aware this is sort of a trend that I don't think it's a bad trend, because your setup looks great. You know, here's another view. Very interesting having a very large figure in your computer. I mean, very like, this shit's huge. I'm just gonna be honest. But I like it. It works and it matches your color scheme and everything, which is great. And the cable management, aside from the big shit stains spread across your carpet, very nice, very simple, straight to the point. You did a great job. Maybe run like a heavy duty carpet cleaner on this and just kind of, you know, clean that up. I understand sometimes you can't get up quick enough and things happen, but yeah, maybe just try to fix that out. Anyways, so I'm just kidding. They are real plants. Hey, I never said they were fake. I just think that, you know, it's crazy having one that's bigger than your monitor. This is something I would put, like, if I had an Alex drawer off to the left side with nothing on top of it, I'd like throw that on top. But I think having it on top of your desk itself is like, oh, it's a little bit much. I would almost go for some symmetry. Take this, duplicate it, and, you know, Control C, Control V, and then Control X this, and then Control V it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You guys get it. And yeah, the one thing is I can't really see too much of the left side, so I'm not too sure what's going on. Actually, whoa, take this thing and put it over there. Boom, bang, bippity bop. But yeah, this is very, 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 very simple. So that's not a negative, but I just want you to know there's not a lot. Oh, okay. Well, this changes everything. Apparently, there is a hole where the big plan is. So rather than, you know, take some time, spend a little bit of money and fix the hole, let's buy a goddamn plant. I like it. That's interesting to know, but okay. Well, with that said, not much more to say. I don't know what's on the left side, so I can't critique it. Not bad though. I really like what you're going with. Very simple. So, all right, let's go on to the next setup of the day, submitted by BJ, who's 16 from Australia. That's no. You set up for gaming, content creation, graphic web design, schoolwork. The desk is custom made. which he designed and created with his dad, made from Tasmanian oak timber. All right. He wants to add some nanoleaf panels soon to kind of, make it pop a little bit more, which you might think, where the hell would you put that based on this photo? Well, let's go a little bit further back. Still, where the hell would you put the nanoleaf? Let's take a little bit of a further step back. Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense. I guess like over here or something. I don't think the nanoleaf would necessarily pertain to the desk setup itself unless it was up here, in which case that's great, but you'd have to take a vertical photo for it to even matter. I kind of think you don't need it unless it's for a different part of your room. I really like what's going on here. I think this is super cool. Very nice. I like this. It looks worn. Very cool. And then what I think is even nicer is this. This is like out of a magazine. Like the color palette is very sophisticated, especially for a 16-year-old. I feel like this is kind of next level. And I really love like the soundproofing sort of material. It just looks very nice, especially since it matches your bed. I really dig this. I love the really long, tall window with the nice blinds, and I love this nightstand. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually think this is one of the nicest designed bedrooms we've seen. Like, it just looks very sophisticated, very nice. I think the window really makes it though. That's yeah, I want those windows. Yeah, seriously. And again, 16 years old. Just think about that. Wow. Okay. So taking a look at this again, very nice. And I like this. Simple. He could have did 1, 2, 3, 4 posters all up here. No, just one. And it's a nice one that has a pop of color that kind of matches this pillow over here. Now I kind of feel like I'm on HGTV, but honestly, really, really nice. And I honestly really like all the stuff up here. I don't think it looks busy or anything like that. I think you friggin' knocked it out of the park. Honestly. Setup itself, very, very cool. I don't know where you hang this up, if it goes under your desk or whatever the case is, but one monitor, again, I said it before, one monitor makes your setup that much better, because all he has to do is put it there, and then he has all the open space in the world. You never have issues with speakers or this or that, and obviously he doesn't have speakers in this case, but one monitor changes the game. Think about this. He had 3 monitors. What do? It kind of throws everything off. It makes it look clustered. Yeah, it would be a problem. So you're lucky you only need one monitor. You did a great job. Very, very nice. I have no complaints. I think that it just works. It works very well. Someone said, how do you stream with only one monitor? Well, he says he does gaming, content creation, graphic web design, and schoolwork. So he doesn't stream, but I guess content creation is more so he'll record gameplay. But yeah, trust me, it sucks having more monitors because it's more of a headache and it could look however, but yeah, I don't know what I kind of lost my train of thought there, but if you get away with one monitor, by all means, rock it, because I would love to, but I can't. Next setup and final, oh Jesus, last setup of the day, submitted by Olivier, 16 years old, from Canada. So we had Alaska, Minnesota, Texas, Germany, Australia, and Canada. That is really quite the cluster. Taking a look at this, you set it for gaming, web browsing, and 3D modeling. So out of all the setups today, we've seen some really great ones. Amazing cable management on every single one. Except for this one, sir. Seriously, you have like 6 cables that are so easy to fix. Like this one I can understand. I don't know why the cable has to be long enough to go to like a different country and back, but you can just kind of wrap it up, have it off to the side. Anything of that nature would be nice. This though should be so easy to fix. Literally, you could take a piece of tape and go like this, and then this one, I don't know what the hell you do with this one. You probably would have to get a power strip, have the power strip mounted to the bottom of the desk itself, and then go. And then this one, you'd probably just have to get a longer one that's not yellow and have it go. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit up, beep, boop, boop, beep. And that would be it. Now, as far as everything else on the desktop itself, it's pretty straightforward. Not a lot to talk about. I do think that it's lacking a lot. It could use a little bit more in theme, but for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. Now, I don't know if you're a giraffe, but it just seems that you are, because the monitor is about 15 miles up off the desk, and then you have one above it. So in order to be able to see that, you would need to be a giraffe. So, sir, thank you very much for watching, Mr. Giraffe, but yeah, I don't know. It just seems that way. And I know I just talked to I'll admit it, but it's great. I love talking as fast as possible because it makes people think like, wow, you really know what you're talking about and you have everything planned down in advance, but really I don't. And I'm just kind of saying it off the cuff. But yeah, I think this setup is pretty straightforward, pretty underwhelming. And I think upgrading things over time will make it look that much better. Better speakers, a little bit more on the wall, and maybe a little bit more on the desk itself, and fix those cables, and everything's going to be great. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Setup Addicts, episode number 8, recorded live on May 4th, 2019. May the 4th be with you. And with that said, Jesus, I'm gonna stop. I don't know why I did that. I can't talk today, and then at the end I'm just like rap godding. But yeah, it's a great setup. It really is, and a lot of potential, just underwhelming. With that said, though, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Setup Addicts, episode number 8, recorded live on May 4th, 2019. And with that said, bye.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente.